Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is V, and today I wanted to talk about a ship that is much slept on in Star Citizen, and most of the reason is because its key gameplay mechanic really isn't in the game yet, and that is this little guy is going to be used as a very important Interfleet cargo vessel. And what I mean by that is somewhere in the verse, if you happen to have some kind of a forward operating base or potentially a mobile fleet where you have multiple vehicles, you know, kind of in a homeworld style that are traveling along, or even if you've established kind of a, you know, a static spot that's where, you know, it's kind of undetectable, maybe close to a planet, but far enough away where if somebody did some, you know, some intermediary scanning, they wouldn't necessarily be able to locate or target your fleet. This Argo Cargo is going to be, you know, a very handy vessel for taking small amounts of cargo from, say, a Liberator and flying it over to your Carrack or that type of thing. You know, if there's things that need to go from one ship to another, this is going to be an absolutely great vehicle to do that with. And one of the reasons why is because it has a tiny little footprint. So you can see here that it's got 3 egress points or entrance points for the cargo area, and a ramp, and as you can see, just very basic cargo area here. It does have a little jump seat in there, and then there are also your side entrances as well, and they work. And that looks to me like maybe eventually, and I don't know if it works now, but eventually that could be, you know, and also, you know, a port of entry as well, you know, depending on an airlock style. So, yeah, this is a tiny little ship. It's really important to understand how you can tuck this into the corner of a little hangar. It's not going to take a whole lot of space up, but it can be a very valuable tool for, you know, throwing a couple of boxes back there and hauling them over if you're trying to, say, move, I don't know, some small arms, you know, or even some food items or something between your large vessels. And because it's got such a, you know, an easy in and out, and because it's such a small footprint, I honestly believe that this is going to be something that someday will have quite a bit of value. And so taking a look at it from the outside, you can see it's just a tiny little footprint ship. And so I once again feel like this is, you know, a lot of people, this is still kind of a meme-worthy ship, but it actually is going to play an important role. So I'm closing up the points there, and we are just kind of taking a look at, you know, at the outside of it, but let's go ahead and take it for a flight. All right, so out we go, and as you can see, when I go to fly this thing, it does not have any quantum drive in it. This ship will not be able to quantum. It's not going anywhere fast. It's definitely something that's going to be used for ship-to-ship, you know, cargo runs and that type of thing. So it flies like you would expect it to fly. It's kind of a, you know, it's got a refrigerator with a, you know, or a storage box with a couple of engines strapped to it. That being said, you know, it's snappy enough. It actually has quite a bit of thrust, you know, up and down. And so it absolutely, one of the things that surprised me is even having the velocity trimmed significantly low, she still would slam down on the pad pretty quickly. So it is something that you'll have to kind of prepare for. You know, it's one of those things where some ships don't necessarily, you know, kind of move quite the same way that the smaller ones do, so you just have to be kind of prepared for it. So taking it for a little flight here just around the station, certainly not going anywhere with it. Yeah, I thought we'd go ahead and land it on a pad and take one last look at it. So there you have it. That's the Argo Cargo. We're going to bring her in for a landing here, and you can see that she isn't the most graceful bird in the sky, but she definitely will get the job done when there's some interfleet cargo transport that needs to be done. And yeah, I enjoyed actually taking her for a little cruise. It's certainly not a bad little ship, but its use case is coming, and when that use case does come, I believe this is going to be an incredibly valuable little guy. So anyways, thank you so much for your time. Please take care, and I will see you all around the verse.